sex is important than you think. To marriage, you know, outside marriage, when you were not married, devil has this way of tempting you to want it before marriage. You know, it's everything that you wanted, you know. But the same way devil has this way of tempting you to want it before marriage, devil also has this way of, you know, making you guys to abstain from it when you are in marriage, so that you can, you know, so that there will not be bonds, so that you know, so that you can kind of be growing apart. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for clicking on this video. If you are new here, you're welcome. Please click on the subscribe button to join the Dynamite family. And to my returning subscriber, thank you for always coming back. You guys know I love you too much. Like, you have a special place in my heart. You have a special place in my heart. Thank you so much for always coming back. Guys, I have been married for about 3 years now to an amazing man, which of course one day I'm gonna drag him to this channel. So guys, wait for it. You're gonna see him very soon. Making this video to share some of the things I wish, you know, I wish I knew before saying yes. Some of the things I wish somebody had told me before coming into marriage. Morning I woke up and I was just reflecting on, some of the fights we had in our first year of marriage, you know, literally. So I was just reflecting. I was like, oh, so most of those things, most of the reason why most of those fights, we hardly had those fights again. And I was like, okay, I think I know better. I think I have learned. Yes, that's the word. I think I have learned. We jokingly say you are now, you're not getting wiser. You're getting wiser. That's the word. So one thing I wish I knew was that I wish I knew the person you love the most will be the person to hurt you the deepest. Guys, this something somebody else will do to you and you feel like, oh, it is nothing. The person you love the most will do it to you and you are, you are flaring up, you are hungry, you want to talk, you want to say this, you are hungry. And that's number one thing I wish I knew, that the person you love the most will be the one to hurt you the deepest. Most of the things that somebody else will do to me and I will just forget about it. I will not even think of it. My husband will do it and I will be on top of my so that is number one thing I wish I knew. Guys, number two thing I wish I knew before saying yes, before coming into marriage, is report your spouse to your friends and your family. Because by the time, if your spouse offends you and you are reporting, you are telling them, that moment you are hungry, you are reporting. When you are reporting your spouse to your spouse to your friends or your family, you are angry. You are literally saying everything. You are angry. You are saying everything. You are trying to portray them as a bad person to the person you are reporting them to. So by the time you forgive them, by the time you have even forgotten about it, those people you reported your partner to are still holding them in their mind. They will not forgive them so easily the way you are going to forgive your partner. So that is another thing I wish I knew, that the person, those family and friends you are reporting your partner to, they will not forgive them so easily the way you are going to forgive them. By the time in 2-3 hours, at most in 24 hours, you are forgiving them. You have even forgotten about it. You are focusing on the next thing. Those people you reported your partner to, they are still holding them in their hearts. They won't forgive them so easily the way you are going to forgive them. So that's another thing I wish I knew. Okay, my third thing I wish I knew before coming into marriage is that you cannot change your partner. This is somebody that grew up, this is somebody that was raised by another person entirely. You guys did not grow up from the same environment, the same home, under the same roof. She is somebody else. He is somebody different from you. So you cannot be like you. Your partner cannot be like you. Your partner cannot be the same thing like you. This is something I wish I knew. So I'm the kind of person that likes my thing to be in a certain position. This is where remote should be. This is where it should be. Use it and return it back, to its position. That's why I'll be like, oh, it can still be here. At least it will be easier for me to pick it when I want to pick it. And we are two different people. And I like my things to be in to be arranged, to be in a good place, to be in their place. And my husband is even matter anywhere it is, in as much as where I can see it. And I'm the kind of person that, oh no, we argue about it. Okay, put this thing, this is not where it should be, put it where it should be. Does that make any difference? No, at least it's where I can see it. So that is one thing I wish I had known. I don't know if I adjusted or it's one that adjusted. I sure knew that it wasn't, we're not really talking about it. We're not even really talking about it like before, like our first year of marriage. I sure know that everything has, it has balanced. So probably we meet at the middle. So guys, another thing I wish I knew is how to resolve conflicts without saying the wrong words. Guy, I struggle with this thing. When I am angry, I want to say those words that will hurt him, that will make him feel, so that I can feel the way I'm feeling. No, I want to say the words that, that will hurt him. And guys, you know that after saying those words, those words, by the time everything is fine, by the time you guys are back together, after the misunderstanding, after the quarrel, those words are still, those words that you think you said out of anger will still, the person will still have to be, those words will still be hurting the person. So that's one thing I think I wish I had known. Number 5 thing I wish I knew before saying I do is that you don't lose your identity. You don't lose your identity. Don't lose your identity for marriage. Another thing I wish I had known, another thing I wish somebody had told me is that don't lose your identity. This is one thing I struggle with. Coming into marriage, I think the first few months of my marriage, I was just I was struggling to find myself. I was struggling to admit that this is now my real home. This is where I belong. I kind of feel like, oh, I'm here for vacation. I'm still going back to my, to where I grew up, to where I based. I'm still going back to. That is the kind of thought I had. And this thing does not. I can get back to work after marriage. It took me like months. I could not build. It was so hard for me to, start building myself around, the environment I find myself, and I changed my environment. Like where I grew up, I had to, where I was before marriage was not the same place my husband is. So I had to, it's a new environment. It's a new environment. I don't have a friend around. I don't have anybody around. It's just me and my husband. So it was so hard for me to get back to work. It was so hard for me to, to start my business again. It was so hard for me to, it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy at all, because I kind of feel like, oh, I'm here for vacation. I'm going back very soon. Or probably I'm going back in 2 months. I'm going back in 3 months. I'm just kind of feel that is the way I was feeling. That is kind of thought I had. Not until, did I really made up my mind? No. Not until I come to realize that this is my new home. This is where I had to start building my life around. And this thing took me like months. Guys, it took me months before I could now realize that, oh, this is my new home. This is where I should build my life around. So I started picking, I started planning my life around, that new area. Easy for me to change my environment, where my business is, where I had, where I grew up, where my family is, where my life is built around, literally. So I had to change my environment, coming to a new environment where my relatives are not there, my families are not there, my friends are not there. It is just me and my husband, to start getting back to work, like start planning my life was not so easy for me. Not until I realized that, oh, this is my new home. I had to plan my life. This is where you now belong. This is where you are going to live for the rest of your life. So I start planning my life. Another thing I wish I had known is you don't have to lose the friend you have before marriage. I think this is one thing majority of ladies have to know. This thing is not common among men. Married men, when they are married, their friends still come around, they still hang out with friends and this. But ladies, I think this is one thing, and I don't know why, but I think for me is, I kind of feel like, I think for me, because we're not around, my friends are in our house, so, and shout out to you, Amara. If you're watching this video, shout out to you, Amara. Shout out to you, Lizzie. Thank you for always checking on me. My first day of marriage, they will call me. I'll be like, oh, why are they calling again? I am fine. You don't have to call me every time. They were expecting me to kind of return their calls too, but I won't return their calls. I'll be like, do I even have any reason to call you? And they'll still call back to check on me, maybe in 2-3 weeks. But they will call back to check, and when they call back, I will not pick. You know why? It's not as if there's no reason why I won't pick. I was like, oh, there is no tangible reason. I don't have an excuse not to pick their call, but I will still not pick the call because they were kind of expecting me to return their call, and I will not return the call. And for them to call me back, I'll feel guilty. I'll feel guilty to pick their call because I don't know what to say. I don't know the kind of excuse I'm going to give them. So I will not pick the call. So I almost lost the friend I had before but thank God, my friend, you guys are good people. Thank you for always. I don't have any good reason for ignoring for neglecting my friends, but thank God they were kind of calling during the calling. They kind of understood me. Guys, the last one I'll be sharing with you is that sex is important than you think. Guys, I never knew this thing until marriage. Outside marriage, when you were not married, devil has this way of tempting you to want it before marriage. It's everything that you wanted. But the same way devil has this way of tempting you to want it before marriage, devil also has this way of making you guys to abstain from it when you are in marriage, so that you can so that there will not be born, so that you can kind of be growing up. So guys, we have come to the end of this episode. If you enjoyed this video, please give this video a thumbs up, share with your friends, share with your family, and please share this video with if you know any newly wedded couple, please share this video with them. And if you know anyone that is about to get married, please share this video with them. And guys, please put it in the comment section. I'll be in the comment section. Please, I will reply all your comments. Put it in the comment section. Comments down below. Let's you are known before marriage. Let's hear your own part. What is that thing you wish you knew before coming into marriage? Let's hear from you. And guys, please subscribe to this channel. Don't just come and watch and go. Subscribe, please. It is down below. Please click on the subscribe button. And guys, see you in another one.
It's you and me, it's what you need,